outside today doing something really special. I'm planting a really special garden. Lurella, Not a Farm Girl, is doing a collaboration on the Three Sisters garden. And I'm really stoked about this. This is my first year, or my first season, really truly trying to figure it out here. And I thought, what a great way to see what works and what doesn't. So what is a Three Sisters garden? Three Sisters garden is really, it's just a method of planting that was invented by the Native Americans, and they have a beautiful story that coincides with this method of gardening about three sisters. And the three sisters are corn, beans, and squash. So the corn grows up tall. The beans use the corn stalks to trellis. So it only works with pole beans. It does not work with bush beans. But the beans use the corn stalks to trellis up. And in return for that, the beans put nitrogen into the soil, which the corn needs to be able to flourish and grow as well. And also, the other sister, the third sister, is squash. So squash is also benefited by the beans producing nitrogen into the soil, because they also need a lot of nitrogen. And the beans, they pull the nitrogen out of the air and put it into the soil. So how the squash works in this relationship is it shades the soil. It helps keep the soil moist. It acts as like a living mulch, keeping the weeds down, and really helping deter pests and things, because they're prickly vines and things. So from what I read, anyway, we need to do a 4-foot in diameter mound, a foot high, a flat-topped mound, a foot high. And you know, this is a collaboration, not just with that Lurella's not just doing this, and I'm not just doing this. It's actually quite a few of the homesteading YouTubers, and I'll make sure that I link all of their channels in the description so that you can watch all their videos, because I'm sure they have some really good things to say, and that way you get a broader spectrum. You get all the knowledge, not just from one person. And I'm sure a lot of them know a whole lot more about doing this than I do. What I did, because I have very clay soil, I tried to amend the soil a little bit. I used a little bit of fertilizer, a little bit of cow manure, you know, and I did some compost and then some soil to kind of try and make it a little bit better of a growing medium. So as far as I can tell on what we're doing, what this requires is a circle in the middle, a 2-foot diameter circle in the middle, and that's where we're going to plant the corn. So this is the corn I chose. I have a lot of Indian corn, and this is the corn that I chose, and it's from Baker Creek. And the reason why I picked this particular corn out of the other corns that I have is this one says that it's really delicious. It has the most, it says, has the most delicious flavor and is believed to have the highest amount of healthy antioxidants of any corn. And it says to eat it young. And considering what time of year it is already, I figured having something that is the best at an early pick would probably be the best choice for me. It's funny because where I'm from in Colorado, it hasn't been not snowing for very long, so they're just now able to get all their gardens in the ground. And I've already got tons of tomatoes. I've got more tomatoes in the house, and I've got my raised bed garden, already got stuff in it growing, and I haven't even finished building it yet. Talk about the cart before the horse. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get some corn in the ground. I definitely wanted to do Native American varieties. And the reason for that is because I thought it would be kind of cool to do that because it's a Native American way of planting. So like I said, from what I read, in the inner circle is 2 feet in diameter. I'm gonna end up squishing all my perfectly raised dirt mound here. That's probably a foot. I'm not good at this. So we're gonna go probably more like this. Make a little bullseye. And we're gonna plant some corn. This corn variety is black. I thought that was kind of cool too. I have red and I have blue and black. So it says 6 evenly spaced. I think that looks good. We're going to keep that like that. And I'm going to zoom in here and show you what we've done. So I'm not sure how actually even spaced they are, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to kind of push them down just a little bit. And then I'm going to cover them up with the dirt. Now, as per what I read, I'm supposed to wait until the corn is at least 6 inches tall before I plant my beans. I'll get something to mark exactly where these are. With that being said, I don't want to plant my beans too early because beans grow a lot faster than corn grows. And so does squash. So how it says to do it is when the corn gets 6 inches tall, you're supposed to take your beans and plant in another circle. Supposed to be 6 inches tall, and then you're supposed to plant your pole beans. And then a week after that, you're supposed to plant your squash. So I'm gonna wait at least a little bit to plant my beans and my squash. Even though it's late in the year, I really want to try to do it right, even though it's not centered. So here's my thoughts here. So in my magic jar here, I had the sweetest person in the whole wide world from someone I don't even know, and they're from Oklahoma. I've never met before, and him and his wife sent me some seeds, and it really touched my heart. They are so precious to me. So one of the things that he sent me was called Choctaw black beans, and I really want to put these in my three sisters garden, but I can't find any information on them, so I'm not sure if they're a bush bean or a pole bean. So while I'm waiting for my corn to kind of sprout, I'm going to research that a little bit, because you do need to use pole beans, because the stalked corn is the pole for your beans. With that being said, I do have a substitute. I have some heirloom seeds, golden wax beans, and they're from Baker Creek. And I do know that they are a pole bean. Well, basically, because I already have some growing on their own up the trellises over there. But so this is my second choice, but I'm going to research these more, try and research these more, and find out if they're a bush bean or if they're a pole bean. So then for my squash, I have from Danny and Wanda at Deep South Homestead, I have Cherokee tan pumpkin seeds that I think I might do these. I think I'm going to at least do some of these. I might do all of them Cherokee tan pumpkins, but I might also throw in a couple Choctaw squash. And these seeds are from Texas originally. They were sent to me also from the same gentleman, but he got them from a guy in Texas, it says. So, some Choctaw squash. I'll probably do a couple Choctaw squash and a couple of Cherokee tan pumpkins. And I will keep you posted. Me and Lurella from Not a Farm Girl and the other participants in this Three Sisters collaboration, we're gonna come back about halfway through and show you the progress. So make sure that you follow along with everyone, because that's part of the fun. And like I said, the links will be in my description box, but it is part of the fun to see everybody. To see everybody's versions and how everybody's is doing and growing and things like that. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up for me, please. And if you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and show your support by ringing that little blue bell. If you push the bell, it'll notify you when I have new videos that come out. So how else are you gonna know how this ends? So we're gonna come back, we're gonna do a halfway through video, and then we'll do a harvest video. And I'm struggling, but I'm in there. I've got some corn in the ground. I have a plan. I know what I'm planting. See what happens. Thanks for watching. Happy growing. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm 1 acre under God homestead Thanks for watching.